Hello everyone. Today we will be exploring different kinds of lifestyle diseases. It is our hope that by the end of this lesson, we can gain more knowledge on what we can do to protect ourselves from experiencing the serious health issues brought about by these diseases. Now, about our lesson goals. By the end of the lesson, we hope to be able to achieve the following. Number 1, give examples of lifestyle diseases and describe their causes. Number 2, state the importance of daily physical activity. And lastly, explain the relationship between exercise, eating habits, weight, metabolism, and health. When it comes to our lifestyle, we have the right to make choices. These lifestyle choices can range from who we choose to spend time with, to what activities we choose to do, to what we choose to eat. Of course, it is our duty to make sure that these lifestyle choices we make allow us to stay healthy. We must make choices that will provide us the strength and positive well being to reach our goals, to achieve great things. We must make these choices wisely because making the wrong choices related to our health can lead to a poor lifestyle. And serious lifestyle diseases are caused by a poor lifestyle. Choices that can lead to a poor lifestyle include smoking, eating too much fatty food, drinking alcohol, and not doing enough exercise. These are actions that we clearly know can have severe negative effects on our health. Let us begin with the first lifestyle disease we will focus on today, which is lung cancer. As we have learned previously in our general studies lessons, cells are our body's building blocks. Now, cancer develops when cells in some parts of the body begin to grow out of control, and when they do so, they become abnormal cells. This imbalance in cell growth leads to the development of tumors. Now we have benign tumors, which do not spread or invade other cells. And because they do not spread, they can be removed, which will lead to less complications. But on the other hand, we have malignant tumors. Now they are cancer cells, and they are fast growing tumors that attack neighboring healthy tissues and organs. In short, malignant tumors have the ability to spread and destroy very quickly. Now let's focus on lung cancer. Lung cancer occurs when malignant tumors start growing in the lungs. We learned previously in our science lessons that our lungs allow us to breathe and they supply our body with much needed oxygen. Often, lung tumors start in the bronchi, which are the airways of the lungs. This diagram shows tumors surrounding the right bronchus. It has been shown that cigarette smoking is the main risk factor in developing lung cancer. In fact, at least 4 out of 5 cases of lung cancer are associated with cigarette smoking. There are many serious symptoms that are experienced by people with lung cancer. Since the disease affects the lungs, a person can experience difficulties in breathing, as well as shortness of breath. They may experience constant coughing that doesn't seem to go away, and may even cough out blood. Chest pain, loss of weight, and bone pain are also serious symptoms associated with lung cancer. Now let's move on to heart disease. As we learned in our lesson about the circulatory system, the heart pumps blood throughout our body. This blood goes around the 4 chambers of the heart and travels all around our organs through our arteries and veins. Now, heart disease usually takes place when the flow of a person's blood is blocked by fatty deposits. This blockage will lead to a disruption of the body's circulation and may lead to serious consequences, such as a heart attack. Since fatty deposits, which are also known as cholesterol plaque, are responsible in blocking the flow of blood, a major risk factor for heart disease is having a diet that is too high in cholesterol. Also, not having enough exercise can prevent a person from burning fat and may lead to long-term heart problems later on in life. Now, symptoms associated with heart disease include chest pain, shortness of breath, pain or numbness in legs or arms, as well as pain in the neck, upper abdomen, and back. Now let's move on to diseases related to a person's liver. The liver is an organ located under your rib cage and is at the right side of your belly. The liver plays an essential role in absorbing, digesting, and processing food. It also helps your body get rid of toxic substances. As you can see in these pictures, a healthy liver is reddish brown in color, while a damaged liver is severely discolored. Diseases related to the liver can be inherited, meaning that a person's family can have a history of liver conditions. Viruses and constantly drinking alcohol can really damage a liver. Obesity, which means having an excessive and unhealthy amount of body fat, may also lead to liver damage. With regards to symptoms, having liver disease can affect a person's energy levels and lead him or her to feel tired and weak. It can affect a person's focus and lead to constant confusion. Bruises can also be experienced. Lastly, a person with liver disease can experience jaundice. Jaundice is a condition that leads the skin to become yellowish. Discoloration in the eyes can also be experienced during a liver disease. Let's move on to our lesson's final lifestyle disease, which is diabetes. Diabetes is a disease related to a person's insulin levels. Now, insulin is a hormone. Back in P5, we learned that hormones are our body's chemical messengers and that they travel through our bloodstream. Insulin helps control our blood sugar level, or in other words, the amount of glucose in our body. The food that we eat or drink is broken down into glucose, and it is an important source of energy for the cells that make up our muscles and tissues. We can say that insulin helps manage the amount of glucose in the blood. It has a controlling function. So what do you think may happen if there is not enough insulin in our bloodstream? Well, not having enough insulin may lead to too much glucose in the blood, which can then result to diabetes. The risk factors for diabetes include being overweight, having an inactive lifestyle, and having a family history of the disease. Symptoms of diabetes include too much thirst and hunger, urinating more often, dry mouth and itchy skin, sores or cuts, pain or numbness in your feet and legs, and lastly, diabetes can affect the long-term eyesight of a person. After taking into consideration the seriousness and major impacts these four lifestyle diseases have on our health and well-being, it's now time for us to reflect on this important question. What can you do to maintain a healthy lifestyle in order to stop these diseases from taking place? The first step is to think very carefully and wisely of the choices you make each and every day. It is our duty to make right and healthy choices. It is our duty to stand up and say no to harmful acts such as smoking, drinking alcohol, and eating too much fatty foods. Remember, the health choices we make today will greatly help us avoid experiencing lifestyle diseases in the future. By making the right choices, we can enjoy active lives. Of course, having a balanced diet is a key in reaching this goal. Tips for keeping a balanced diet include eating 5 portions of vegetables a day, eating something from the 5 main food groups in order to ensure that you have enough nutrition in your body, not eating food with a lot of fat, salt, and sugar, eating brown rice or bread, whole grain, and unprocessed fruits or vegetables are extremely important. Making sure that you have regular meals and avoiding skipping meals can help guarantee that you have enough nutrition in your body. And of course, it's important to start the day with a good breakfast. Having an active lifestyle is essential in keeping healthy. We need to exercise to keep fit and well, and to make our heart stronger. And of course, exercise increases our metabolic rate, meaning it will help us build up our energy. It is recommended that at your age, you do aerobic exercises. These are types of exercise that increase your heartbeat and breathing rates, much like the activities you do during your PE lessons. Now, it would be great if you do aerobic exercise for at least 20 to 30 minutes, 3 times a week. Our lesson's conclusions. We can reduce our risk of developing lifestyle diseases by choosing not to smoke or drink alcohol, having a balanced diet in order for us to prevent obesity and to strengthen our heart. And of course, we need to take regular exercise, such as aerobic exercise at least 3 times a week. Now, before we end today's lesson, let's review our goals. Were you able to give examples of lifestyle diseases and describe their causes? During this lesson, were you able to state the importance of daily physical activity? And lastly, through this lesson, were you able to explain the relationships between exercise, eating habits, weight, metabolism, and health?